First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Riddick. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Riddick with a carry. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. But I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. He takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
26.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. A first down carry by Elliott. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Elliott, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Prescott from the gun. And it's caught by Parker. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the red zone now, Prescott. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Looking middle, and that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the ground, it's Reddick. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Stafford on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Here's Riddick. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the gun, here's Stafford. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for Lions first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On second down, here's Stafford. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people. Who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
To go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They come out here in the I. Here's the battering Ram Blunt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. LeGarrette Blunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Prater for the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott rolling to his right. On the run. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A first down throw for Prescott. That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And again, it's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On first down, it's Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And out across midfield down to the 45. He got 29 yards that time. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
On the ball. Pack 55.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So
looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. He's going to let one go deep for... And got his man. Complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And the Bills have taken the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
There goes. All right, hey. Start there, over there. Start there. 26.
Prescott on 1st down. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Devontae Parker as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. The final shot before the break. Stafford. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It's a gain of 5. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Prescott to throw it. Steps away to his left. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Elliott. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Parker. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Prescott now. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way, because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Prescott yet again. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
46.
He'll get it up the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
3rd and goal they decided to throw for, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On first down, Stafford here. Over the middle here to Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Stafford now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10. Throwing is Stafford. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Second and 10 now from the 27. Back to the air. Stafford on second down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to him right up the gut. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to third and goal. Stafford. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open is Tate. Touchdown, Lions. Golden Tate with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
26.
Throwing. Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
26.
3rd and long for Prescott. Shakes off the sack. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So out now come the Lions. Good drive last time, really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Stafford. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. And now here come the Cowboys. Well, they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Tease Tabor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He hits Riddick underneath. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Stafford on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two. Possession game is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. He was brought down by Devon Kennard. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
The give is to Elliott. Oh, fighting off the defender. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They go to Elliott again. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming. Carry now for Elliott. Spinning past him. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And Detroit getting set to go now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Big 20. Set. Red 80.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Now Elliott. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Cowboys, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's just more heartache as they drop their 12th game of the season. And it will be a disappointing finish to the regular season, no doubt. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.